24.22.
In 1885, Tchaikovsky wrote to a friend, "These days I dream of settling in a village not far from Moscow where I can feel at home." First, he rented a small house in the village of Maydanovo. But Maydanovo was too full of tourists in the summer, and Tchaikovsky had too many visitors, when what he wanted was peace and quiet. Eventually, he found the perfect house in the small town of Klin. It was 52 miles northwest of Moscow, and he lived there until his death on November 6, 1893. It is the place where he wrote his last major work, Symphony No. 6, or the Pathétique as it's sometimes called. It's a gray wooden house with a green roof. Tchaikovsky's servant Alexei lived on the first floor, and the kitchen and dining room were on the second floor. Tchaikovsky himself lived on the third floor. The living room and study, where his piano is located, is the largest room in the house, and there is a fireplace and a bookcase with his music books. His writing desk, where he wrote letters every morning after breakfast, is at the end of the room. But the place where he composed music was in his bedroom, on a plain, unpainted table overlooking the yard. In his final years, Tchaikovsky's great love was his yard. It was not a neat English-style garden, but more like a forest. He adored flowers, particularly lilies of the valley, and after his death, his brother Modest, who had decided to turn the house into a museum, planted thousands of lilies of the valley around the yard. In 1917, after the Bolshevik Revolution, an anarchist named Doroshenko lived there with his family. People say that he fired shots at the portrait of Pope Innocent hanging in one of the bedrooms. He was finally arrested in April, and the house became the property of the state. Since 1958, the winners of the annual International Tchaikovsky Competition have all been invited to come to Klin to play his piano. And there is a tradition that each musician plants a tree in his yard, in the hope that, like his music, it will remain beautiful forever.